fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Thursday, July the 17th. The year is 2025. Let's talk trading. Learning from losing. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Risk management. Always have it in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade or during any one single trading session. Now, learning from losing. Most traders, don't even want to think about losing. They want to focus all on the winning. But the thing about it is, when you're trading your account, you really don't learn anything when you win. Trading kind of teaches you when you lose. It's kind of like life, you know. What's the saying? Something about good judgment comes from going through some bad judgment. So hopefully you don't make the same mistake, too many times. I don't want to say twice because sometimes it takes some people a little bit longer than others, but it's the thing where um, you really have to go through certain things and experience them so you don't repeat them. And like I said, sometimes it takes some people a little bit more time than others. And the other thing about losing is if you read, about these different traders, or if you read about the institutional traders, a lot of times their win rate is, right around 50%. And if you look at other sports, and I know we've talked about it before, but in some cases, you can only accomplish what you're trying to accomplish one out of three times, and you can make the Hall of Fame in baseball. In football, if you just complete, just a few passes over 50%, and you might make the Hall of Fame. I mean, there's just a lot of examples like that. So in trading, what can you learn when you lose? I guess is one way to look at it. What can you learn when you lose? Well, you know, one of the things I learned was, don't trade against the H1 candle color, even though I have, after running some statistics, I have moved to the 30-minute chart. And it's funny because I remember when I was trading stocks, I didn't like the 30-minute chart. But if you know anything about the stock market, the trading day isn't is what is it, 6.5 hours long? It's not an even number of hours, it's and a half. So you'd always have that one candle that was that only half an hour. But if you shift to 30-minute candles, that problem goes away. And then with Forex, once again, when I saw how many times the previous M30 candle got covered by the current, it was eye-opening. So the other thing is, when you lose, you can learn to put it behind you and focus on the present moment. So there's no reason to keep fretting over the last trade while you're in the current trade. I mean, it might be, some people say, oh, that's easier said than done. But you have to learn how to put that behind you. So that's something that losing can teach you. And the thing about it is also, there's really nothing in nature or in life that says you're going to win all the time. So, that's something else you can learn from losing. It's like, hey, you're not going to win all the time, so you learn to deal with the loss, take it in stride. And so during the trading day, chances are you're going to, if you're, a day trader or a scalper or whatever label you want to put on yourself, chances are you're going to probably have more than one entry per day. And in some cases, you're going to have more than one entry per hour or per half hour. So you you just learn that, the current trade's not the last trade until it is the last trade. So, maybe you have a hard stop on the time. Maybe you only want to trade between certain hours because maybe you get up early, do some trade, and then you got to go to work or you've got an appointment or something. So that's something that losing can teach you. And it can teach you to be patient too. Because let's just say you got in a trade and it went against you and you cut it, and then it all of a sudden took off in your direction. I mean, I know I've had that happen before, but it can teach you patience. Sometimes it makes sense to let a candle close. And then sometimes you wish you hadn't. But by doing it over and over, you'll get to learn and you'll get to accept it. It's this, hey, what happens after you exit the trade? Does it really matter? So losing can teach you acceptance. So when you look back over your trades and you look at the winners, it's like, yeah, I executed my plan. But when you look at the losers, it's kind of like looking in a mirror. Did I do everything I said I was going to do when I said I was going to do it, how I said I was going to do it? And, sometimes when you're in a trade, the losers might make you want to abandon ship. Oh, this indicator's no good because I lost on that trade. But you might learn something from that. It's like, no, you don't want to just start throwing things out because, as I've said before, most of the reasons you lose, you have to look in the mirror because they're more on you than the indicator or the system or whatever, or the big boy traders, the brokers. I mean, we can find lots of reasons to put the blame or to put the responsibility on something or somebody outside ourselves. But bottom line is, hey, we're the one pulling the trigger on the mouse. Nobody's got a gun to your head saying take that trade or get out of that trade. And that's just kind of the way it is, really. I mean, it's really kind of funny, I think. that people get bent out of shape over a losing trade. I mean, you just have to learn to take it in stride and laugh. I mean, you know, how many times do I get inflected? A lot. But I just laugh it off. And I've learned to trade my way out of it. It's like the trader that Walmart and I answered the question, in the art of the trade. He wanted to know about, the losses and everything. And if you just looked at this current candle, you saw it dropped 3 pips. And there was you had to be quick, but it's like, wow, I could have had 3 pips. But you still got some time left in the candle. You have to wait and see what it does. And look at that. It just that quickly. You had less than a minute here to take some profit. And now if you didn't take it, you got a losing trade. And the thing is, you don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, you can guess. Sometimes you guess right, sometimes you guess wrong. And the funny thing is, the range right now is only 49 pips. And you see the H4 is now positive. Well, actually, it was negative. Now it's positive again. And it looks like we just had a gap up. So, fellow traders, I wanted to should let everybody know. Almost forgot. Good thing I still have a couple minutes left. Um, I got fiber optic cable installed yesterday, and it is so fast. It's incredible the speed. So that being said, a couple traders caught me. I guess they're subscribed to me, and I was testing out doing live videos, and all of a sudden I'm looking at my channel, and it said 3 people. It's like, wait, somebody uh, is watching my test here. Um, and I'm using a program called OBS Studio. And if anybody has any tips, I'm all ears, because I noticed it had about a 15-second delay. And I was telling Walmart, it's like if we're doing live video and we're taking trades, and the traders are going to get a 15-second delay, I mean, they could get killed like we just saw in that last trade. I mean, if I said going short, by the time you would have got it, the price would have been down here, and you would have went short. It would have reversed you. You'd be hating on me. So I got to see if there's a way to actually make it more real time, like when I had my Pal Talk trading room. I think that would might have been maybe a 1 or 2 second delay. Um, but it was probably closer, as close to real time as possible. But like I said, this fiber optic cable is really sweet, And the thing is, I've got the computer, direct connect to the modem. But even over Wi-Fi, it's fast. But I mean, a direct connect Ethernet cable, this thing is screaming. So, fellow traders, you know, whether you're winning or losing, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.